No stress, just vibes, let it flow, feel alive.
What's up, guys? It's Chris from Starting Over Again. Today we are cooking breakfast. First, we got a pan. We're gonna do some eggs and longanisa. So here's one. We have this little stove outside, and it's known as like a very common. We call it a dirty kitchen. Dirty kitchen. Call it a dirty kitchen. And not necessarily because it's a dirty kitchen, but it's just a kitchen where you can cook outside. We're having an awesome morning. It's currently 8:30 here on the beautiful island of Guam, and we are in Mama's kitchen. But right now, it's my kitchen because Mama's not here. So yeah, this morning we were actually on a hunt for some pandesal, and it's a very tasty bread, and you normally have it for breakfast in the morning time with Mr. Brown iced coffee. But today we are going to have it with scrambled eggs and longanisa. Let's go. In. Can't get the shell in there, so you'll have a nice little crunch. Some people like it crunchy, but not me. I don't like crunchy eggs. I think 6 eggs will do. Alright, let's go ahead and season these eggs up. A little black pepper, a little bit of onion powder, in garlic powder, pinch of salt. Boom. Scramble this all up. I like to call it rough scramble in the pan, where there's just a little bit of yellow and a little bit of white, and not fully incorporated or fully scrambled. Me personally, that's how I like my eggs, scrambled early. Make sure your heat is on low. You don't want your eggs to burn, and this helps keep it a little moist and not become too dry. Right there, I don't know if you can see that. They're nice little scrambled eggs. We're gonna turn up the heat. And let's take these eggs off the pan. Fried eggs coming out. Okay. Longanisa. Martin's Pure Food Longanisa. So longanisa is a Filipino sausage. But yeah, there you go. So normally it's like a chain of longanisa. But yeah, you put it in the pan, looks like this. And then next thing you want to do is you just get some water in the pan and you boil this bad boy. Yeah, so it's a good amount of water in there. 16 fluid ounces of water, maybe to a pan at least. You want the longanisa to be about the water halfway up the side of the sausage. Like so, you boil that, the water will start to reduce. Lower the heat down, and then you add some oil in there, or you just render it in its own fats. Anybody's wondering, this eggs right here, got it at Payless Supermarket in Guam. It was $4.89, 18 extra large eggs. I mean, that's not too bad. I was expecting it to be like $50 or something, you know, because eggs is a hot commodity everywhere. But yeah, we bought 18 pack of eggs, a thing of bananas, 2 cereal, which was like 2 for $7 General Mills. What else did we buy? That was it. No, 5 items. It was about 5 items, and it came up to like $18.79. was like almost $100. $18.79, man. Almost spent $100 at Payless for just 5 items. Oh, I start eating half dirt and half rice, or half dirt and half of anything, because it's just so expensive. But it's not that bad. But let me get a trash bag. Mom, if you're watching this, where do you put the trash bags? I'm just kidding. I think it's inside. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I don't think I have my mic on, but hopefully this audio is good. So I'm just turning this mic on. 1, 2, testing. Test. 1, okay. We are on. So yeah, in Guam, you even have an outside broom. This right here is the upscale version of the, they call it Escoba Nuhut, which is the coconut broom. But this one here is high tech because it actually has a handle you can hold. Normally really small, so it'd be missing this thing right here, and you just kind of hold it right here and you do this. But this one's got a handle. Better ergonomics. See that? Check it out, man. Easy stuff right here. You want to learn how to sweep? I have a class every Monday from 2:37 to 1:45. Yes, you heard that right. 2:37 p.m. to 1:45 a.m. So come on down to the 5th Street, and I'll show you how to use this broom. Just like that's done. Don't need dustpan, because the dustpan is right there. Boiling longanisa. Now I got a trash can. I can throw my trash away. Oh, nice thing about Guam. Everything goes in one can. Man, staying out there in Korea, it's almost like rocket science. You know, even this little thing right here. You peel the paper off. Make sure you take the paper off. The paper goes in the recycling bin for the paper. The plastic goes in another one. And then even with the water bottles, the cap goes in a different bin. It's crazy, but I got my bachelor's degree in recycling now. It's pretty awesome. I got something under my belt if ever I wanted to apply for a recycling center. I know how to separate recyclables. It's been really nice to be back home and just be around family. A couple more days here on Guam, and then it's back to the grind. 9-to-5 job, because that's what matters, and that's why we work. We work to support the loved ones. But true story, Mom's house. Yeah, so this is the central hub point for gatherings. Everybody always gathers around here when there's, you know, especially family that come in from the States, and we just hang out, have a good time. We got the barbecue pit over there. We've got the outside kitchen. Everybody just throws down out here, and you know, it's fun. It's always good times. It's always memories. Memories is what you carry with you wherever you go. After my episode of having a heart attack, it made me realize that what is my purpose? What am I doing? I mean, I kind of just shifted my mindset to not necessarily stop caring, but I started thinking more about what am I doing for myself, and also what am I leaving behind for my kids. And not necessarily materialistic things to be left behind, but more so memories. Because I mean, yeah, they'll remember, oh yeah, Dad bought me this cool little race car, Dad bought me this, or Mom did that, but I think it's the overall memory. And you know, something hit me yesterday when we were just in the car, and my son said, Dad, do you remember that time we I can't remember what I was talking about, but it was just like so far back, like I even forgot about it. But it wasn't anything about buying anything. It was more of just like, yeah, I think it was that time. It was just you and me, Dad, and we were driving around, and that was like the best time. That was like the most fun I ever had, was just hanging out with you. That one kind of hit me, and it was it was a memory. It was a memory that he just remembered hanging out with his dad. Just in the car, just driving. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff that goes through my mind now, is just to be present in the moment and be candid. You know, be candid with your family, be yourself. There's nothing wrong with laughing. There's nothing wrong with, you know, having enjoyment. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, last night was awesome too. We, my daughter bought this Hello Kitty speaker from Ross. She put on her playlist and she was playing Teenage Dirtbag. And me and my wife, we looked at each other and we were like, what the heck? This is like a carbon copy of us when we were younger, I think. And then my wife says, I think we just inherited 2 new friends. And that was pretty funny because it felt like it just felt like they grew up from being a kid to just being our friend now, because oh man, we listen to the same music. I didn't even know she listens to that kind of music, you know, and it's just those little things that you don't know about. You know, but I didn't know she listens to stuff like that. And then my son put on his he connected to the speaker and he started playing this rock. No, it was actually heavy metal. He was playing Pantera. When I heard that, I was like, whoa, dude, what you know about that group, man? Those were like my middle school days. And he's like, you never heard of them, Dad? I was like, yes, I have heard of them. I said, it's just strange how, since having a family, I never listened to any of that stuff with my kids growing up, because it was super heavy metal, right? But it was bittersweet at the same time, and also surprising, because just hearing the music, and then it just brought me back of me being in middle school or high school. And it's almost like I said about food, you know, one of my other videos, when you taste something, it brings you back to that time where you first tasted it. It's almost the same with music. So when I heard that music from my son, when he was playing it, it brought me back to when I was a kid, young in middle school, and it was like, whoa, dang, bro, I didn't know you listened to stuff like that. But that's awesome. So they developed into their own character, and it's funny how they kind of developed into almost having the same likes and interests as their mom and their dad, which I thought was pretty awesome. All right, we got this longanisa almost halfway down. Just cut little slits in there to release some of the juices. Oh, there it goes. See, just like that. But yeah, just poke it a little bit, open up those, put a little slit in the casing so that we can release some of the juices. So that way, when it starts frying down, you won't splash yourself and get burned. It won't pop. The chain link, cut them into individual sausages now. But yeah, like I was saying, it's awesome to see my kids grow up, and that's one thing that I can take with me when I get older, is just looking back at the days of holding them in my hands, and now they're walking on their own 2 feet with their own individual personalities, like night and day. Just see them flourish into amazing individuals. So yeah, we're gonna let this go for a little bit, and then we'll assemble the breakfast in a moment. So as you can see, the water is slowly evaporated. Since this is a bigger pan, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it out to a small pan. But yeah, I'm moving this over to the smaller pan so we can get these nice and brown. And we are going to go ahead and lower down the heat. We don't want it to burn. And look at that. Small longanisa for a nice small pan. It fits just perfect. Now what we're going to do is just going to put a little touch of oil in here. Half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of oil. Just so we can get that skin nice and colorful. But yeah, you can hear that popping sound. This is the part that you really got to pay attention to, because if you leave it for a minute, especially on low heat, easily burn. I should have changed my shirt. My favorite white shirt. Let's use this cutting board as a shield. Here you go. Just get creative. Just go against the grain, guys. See, you don't need, there's no apron required. You just, you know, grab whatever's close to you and cover your shirt. Especially if it's your nice shirt that you wear every day. Well, I mean, you wash it, of course, but yeah, there you see, that's what I mean. Like this one here hasn't even been that long, but it's already starting to get dark on one side. So yeah, you can't step away from this. The shield is doing its job. All right, this is looking pretty good, guys. Starting to look mouth-watering now. All right, we are good to go. Look at that, guys. Amazing. Yeah. Good stuff right here. Shoo! All right, so yeah, we are going to assemble this now inside the house. We will get to grubbing. All right, guys, so this right here, pandesal bread, this stuff right here is good. Normally the best time to get these things is in the morning time. So this is what we hunted for this morning, and we found some. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this now. So you just want to just tear it up, open it up right there, create a little pocket, right? And then you put the eggs inside the bread like that. Boom. That lovely longanisa right here. Sausage right here. You put it right inside, just like that. Boom, and then you hold it all together and you just, now you got egg longanisa sandwich. Take the first bite, guys. It's gonna be piping hot. Wow. Amazing. Well, I hope you guys have a rest of your day. What I meant was, the food is going to my brain and it tastes so good. Hope you guys have an awesome day. This is Chris from Starting Over Daily. Peace out.